Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got something so fun and exciting. So this is truly a blast from the past. The last time you saw this knife on my channel would have been years ago. I mean, legitimately, I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And this is now the 2.0 version of this knife. It's available at bladegallery.com. I'm going to link it down below. It's not an affiliate link, but I am going to let you know where it's available. So you can go and check that out if you want to. Yeah, it's going to be pretty spectacular. I'm so excited because the first time I handled a version of this knife, it was like an experience that it raised the bar for me. It made me realize what makers like this are capable of creating. So I'm so excited to experience the next level of that. Thanks so much to Blade Gallery for allowing me to share this with everybody. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? As far as this tier of knife goes, it is very expensive. But for what you're getting, those of you who know, and you're going to know as soon as we get into this. Oh, look at that. Look at this leather zipper pouch. How cool. For those of you who know, they'll tell you the same thing. This is about as much quality as you can get, as much precision, as much, you know, like human involvement in this type of object for the money. That has been the case literally since I handled one of these from the first time, or from since I handled the first version of this knife. Oh, here we go. I know, I'm building up the theatrics of it. I'm sorry. We have yet more layers to get through. So I know like a lot of you are thinking, you know, cut into it. Well, I'm trying to protect the knife. So we're just going to go, we're going to go right here. Oh, yes. Oh, so beautiful. What is this? So this is the Arno Bernard Orca 2.0. So this is South African custom knife making. And ever since the very first time that I handled the first version of this knife, it really set the stage for what to expect at this tier. Now, I don't know if this is like a semi-custom or mid-tech of his. I would assume that's kind of what it feels like. I believe that's what I handled the first time as well. But I know, of course, there are full-on, like, handmade Arno Bernards. Yeah, the look right away, I'm seeing the texturing inside of well, I guess the opening holds, I almost said fuller there. I don't know if that's right. Texturing back here. And then we have this beautiful carbon fiber and his logo there on the pivot, or the logo for the Orca on the pivot. This is a black, I think it's a black Technicarbo. You can see their bald spot underneath the clip. So this particular knife, I'm going to open it up. Oh, wonderful. So back from the first time I had a channel buddy allow me to handle this knife, and he said it's kind of like a different, like there's a little bit of the aesthetic from like the Koenig Arius, but it's got a totally different look and feel all the way around. So it's a little bit of those elements there, or at least the familiar elements. Beautiful, super. So, okay, let me describe the action to you, because there's lots of different ways to describe. Well, I'm sorry, there's a lot of varying levels of action, right? So right out of the box, I would say detent as far as how it's tuned for the flipper tab. Why don't you guys take a look at that real quick? Nice click, very nice click. As far as the light switch goes, perfect. Wouldn't change the detent at all here. Push button, super comfortable. Wouldn't change it at all. Being able to reverse flick it, same thing. I think it's tuned just right. Pivot action smoothness, perfect. There are no imperfections at any part of this transition from close to open. It is absolutely perfect. This is the type of action that will break in over time. It's probably heavy tension on that lock bar that's keeping it from being completely fall shut out of the box. But as this breaks in, the pivot will remain tight, and the action will just get better and better and better. Tight is like, the way that I'm making it sound is I'm making it sound like bad. No, not at all. This isn't tight like I can't deploy it. I'm saying it's tight, like it's meant to break in smooth. You can see here it takes very little encouragement to get that blade down into the closed position. This is a good sign, especially when you're not feeling any of that drag of the detent ball on the face of the blade. Personally, you can tell me what you think. I prefer this perfectly smooth and slightly tight with a bit of a break-in period to a knife that is lumpy and bumpy but falls shut. Because then when that breaks in, it feels like crap. So I'm not necessarily, it depends on the knife. I think it's fully circumstantial. But I'm not necessarily always looking for perfectly fall shut, but this does feel really good. This feels like, I'm wondering like the level of production versus like from the last version that I handled. Basically, I want to know the details of the differences between the first version of the Orca that I handled and this one, because it has been years. So as far as the blade steel, I believe we are looking at M390, but I don't know that it's actually labeled anywhere. Something that I really like about this knife is the only billboarding that we have at all is just faint, and it's in the pivot, which I think is fine. We actually don't even have a steel stamp on the blade unless it's back here. It is right number 114 and M390, and I would assume that this would be heat treated properly. Likely 60 to 62. That would be my guess. Something I remember from the first one is definitely present here is the ridiculously thin cutting edge. This is insane. Like, this gets very thin there. I'll let you guys take a look at that plunge grind there for those of you who care about it. Nice, even cutting bevel on both sides. Love that kind of right in between tumbled finish. More on the matte side than on the reflective side, but there is a little bit of reflectivity. I just love that area in there. It's really nice. We have I'm going to guess that's just a polished titanium backspacer that is also where you would, put your lanyard. Looks like we've got T8 hardware, which is nice. Steel lock bar insert that doubles as the over travel stop. Yeah, very, very cool. This is what I expected it to be. I'm very happy with this. Love the inlay work. I love that it sticks up just a little bit with the edges there beveled. Really, really nice. I'm going to give you guys an overall measurement of this knife. We're not reviewing it today, just an unboxing and first impressions, because I don't have all of the details to this yet. I just have the knife. And I also want a chance to carry it before I give you guys my honest impressions. So this is just shy of 8 inches. I have my nose is like leaking because of my allergies are so awful. But I think it's just under 8 inches, 7.85 inches, and then your blade length is coming in at about 3.5 inches. Cutting edge about 3 with that nice large forward choil. Let's weigh it just real quick here. So titanium, carbon fiber, and M390 materials that we are all super familiar with at this point. 4.2 ounces, just about exactly what I'd expect. So this is a nice full-size, fairly compact, for it being full-size knife, is what I'm trying to say there, with a super duper thin and slicey cutting edge, which I'm actually going to test real quick on something simple like paper, which isn't going to, prove much because it's just paper. Very, very nice. Very slicey. That's what I expect. And yeah, that's pretty much, I think it's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Really cool. Thanks so much to Blade Gallery. You will get a full review of this knife in the meantime. You can check this knife out at Blade Gallery. Love the pouch. I don't normally care about, what it's packaged in, but that's really cool. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.